Chimaev's tendency to snap often arises from an immediate reaction to perceived slights or his fierce competitive spirit. This drive recognizes no boundaries, whether it be training, press conferences, or actual bouts. 1. UFC 279 Backstage, Total Chaos, September 2022. This incident stands out as the most notorious instance of Chimaev losing his cool, resulting in the unprecedented cancellation of a UFC pre-fight press conference. The trigger, a long-standing social media feud with Kevin Holland. Holland had previously ridiculed Chimaev, and their paths crossed backstage, igniting heightened tensions. The snapping, Chimaev allegedly delivered a push kick to Holland's chest, which triggered a massive brawl that involved nearly 100 people. Escalation. Nate Diaz's entourage, approximately 57 strong, joined the chaos, hurling water bottles and other objects upon spotting a manager they believed associated with Chimaev. Outcome. Dana White promptly scrapped the press conference, citing insufficient security to manage the large groups. Chimaev ultimately missed weight by 7.5 pounds, prompting a complete rearrangement of the main card. 2. UFC 280 Cageside Brawl, October 2022. Chimaev attended the event as a guest but maintained his characteristic intensity in Abu Dhabi. The trigger, he confronted Abubakar Nurmagomedov, Khabib's cousin, cageside after the main event. What began as a handshake quickly escalated into a harsh verbal confrontation. The snapping, Chimaev shoved Abubakar, sparking a physical altercation that necessitated intervention from security and several fighters. Context: the two had a history of social media disputes, with Abubakar cautioning Chimaev to be careful regarding his public remarks. 3. UFC Performance Institute stare-down with Paulo Costa, September 2022. Just days before the UFC 279 turmoil, Chimaev experienced another snapping moment at the UFC Performance Institute. The trigger, Chimaev noticed Costa training through a window and approached him due to Costa's previous, gourmet Chechen, taunts. The snapping, accompanied by his team, Chimaev yelled for Costa to come here for an immediate fight while standing outside the cage. Outcome: security intervened to separate them, but the incident only intensified their rivalry, nearly leading to a fight at UFC 294. 4. UFC 273, Table Slam, vs Gilbert Burns, April 2022. This moment underscored Chimaev's low tolerance for mockery. The trigger, Burns ridiculed Chimaev's speech and dismissed him as a little boy during a pre-fight press conference. The snapping, infuriated, Chimaev slammed the table forcefully, stood up, and threatened to smash his face right there. Outcome: he eventually won a Fight of the Year contender by unanimous decision, later admitting he fought with excessive emotion. 5. Mid-fight chat with Dana White, October 2021. In this scenario, Chimaev displayed complete disregard for his opponent's perceived threat. The incident, during his fight against Li Jingliang at UFC 267, Chimaev hoisted Li into the air and carried him across the octagon towards Dana White. The detail, while holding Li aloft, Chimaev shouted at White, proclaiming, "I told you, I'm the king," before finishing Li with a rear naked choke, all without taking notable strikes. Are you intrigued by a breakdown of his undefeated record or details about his upcoming fight against Sean Strickland? Khamzat Chimaev is known for his fierce, smash everyone attitude that frequently manifests in both physical and verbal outbursts, inside and outside the octagon. Notable outbursts and confrontations: the Ian Machado Gary shove, November 2025. After #UFC Qatar, Chimaev confronted Gary backstage, shoving him and shouting, "I'll FK you up." Training facility wall punch, January 2026. In a session at Extreme Couture, after being caught in a knee bar, Chimaev expressed his frustration by punching the wall, injuring his knee. Sparring altercation with Yaroslav Amosov, May 2025. An aggressive sparring style led to a confrontation with former Bellator champion Yaroslav Amosov. Amosov quit the session after Chimaev hit him too hard. Dricus du Plessis face-off, August 2025. At UFC 319 events, Chimaev lost control after du Plessis mocked his childhood lip scar, requiring Dana White to separate them. Gilbert Burns press conference, April 2022. Chimaev slammed the table in outrage as Burns mocked him, illustrating his low tolerance for disrespect in media settings. The hallway slap incident, April 2026. Most recently, he was involved in a physical altercation requiring security action, sparking rumors of possible disciplinary measures. Chimaev's snapping extends beyond anger. It is also visible in his remarkable competitive intensity and dominant finishes. Milestone detail UFC record, quickest back-to-back fights, 2 wins in 10 days. Current record, 15 wins, 0 losses. Notable finish, broke Robert Whittaker's jaw at UFC 308. Next bout, scheduled to face Sean Strickland at UFC 328 on May 10, 2026.